Hi, I'm gonna show you how to enable the Wake-on-LAN um, over internet. I have a Thomson tg585. Read the description below for details. Um, okay, this is my router. Let's go and set it up real fast. First of all, you have to enable the Telnet command for the router because it is not uh, enabled by default. So go to the Thomson gateway configuration. Okay. If you have that router, then you already know that it is a bit slow, so you have to be patient. Now save or restore configuration. Backup configuration now. This is not for backup purposes. Do not skip that step. You must do that in order to enable Telnet for your router. Click save. Save. Yes, I want to replace it. I already have that. Now go to your downloaded file, this one, open it and scroll down, or you can hit Ctrl F to find something special. Find what? Find serve mgr, hit enter, and you have to go here. Now if you scroll down a bit, you do not have this line. This line is between FTP IP and Telnet IP62, all this stuff. You must add this line. 1 to 100 means that any computer with an IP that starts 192.168.1 and whatever here after that dot means that this computer can telnet the router. So I use 1 to 100. If you like, you can use 1 to 200. Now click save. I'm not gonna save that, I don't need it. And go back here and restore configuration. No, sorry. Click choose your useriname file and click restore configuration now. The router is going to reboot. I'm not gonna do that now. It is going to reboot and you will have enabled the telnet option for your router for any computer using IP 1 to 100. Now I have set up my LAN card. I'm going to show you how. Go to the control panel and network and sharing center, change adapter settings, and I have two LAN cards. I only use this one and I want this one to wake up my computer. I right click on that, go to properties, double click protocol version 4 and use the following IP. I have set up 100 because I like the number. You can use 90 or 80 or whatever, but it has to be until 100 because I set up my user.me on that number from 1 to 100 or 200 if you have set it up like that. Now click OK. So the preferred DNS service would be the router's IP. Click OK and then OK again. And now we have to, let me see. Oh yeah, you have to enable the Windows Telnet option. Turn that on. Okay, go to control panel because Windows 7 does not have turned on the Telnet option by default. You have to turn it on if you do not have already done that. Now go to the programs and features and click turn Windows features on or off. Scroll down to the Telnet client and server, and you should probably do not have these two checked. You have to check them, click OK, and an install process will will start by itself. You have to wait for it, and you are done. Now once you are done, you have to go to the start menu, write run, click that. Now Telnet 192.168.1.254, click OK, and you're gonna see this one. If you have not set up a manual administrator password, then the default is that administrator with capital A for the username, and leave the password blank. Just press enter. Now type IP and hit enter. Now ARP list, so that you can see the list with the ARP for the routing for the IPs. I have a static over here because I have already set it up for my computer. You should see that dynamic. You have to change that dynamic to be a static. These are my 2 LAN cards. If I wanted to use that one, this would say dynamic. I have to change this one to static. Now let's say it is already in dynamic. Now what you need, what I have is 2 LAN cards, so in order to complete this step, you must not be connected with this LAN card that you want to use. You have to use another LAN card or another computer. Now I will exit this because I cannot do that now. I'm going to go to control panel. Now I have the cable connected here. I'm going to connect it here, so please wait a bit. Now it's done. So now this one has the IP 64 ending with 64, so I can telnet my router. Now let's go back. Telnet 192, add administrator, enter, and now IP, enter, ARP list. So let's say that this one is dynamic. What you have to do is ARP delete, interface, press the down arrow, local network, it is done by itself, hit enter, IP is 192.168.1.100. Now hit enter, hardware address, this is the MAC address from your LAN card. Just copy that, paste, and if you type ARP list, you only have the first LAN card. If you don't have 2 LAN cards, then you probably will see nothing over here. So now we want to add it as a static IP, as a static routing. Now ARP add, interface, press down arrow, local network, it's done by itself, enter, IP 192.168.1.100, hardware address, this one that we copied before, paste it. And now if you type ARP list, you should see it static. Remember, you cannot do that with this LAN card. You have to use another LAN card or another computer to do that. Now type exit, and the next step is to open the NAT for your router. I have found that from a Greek Call of Duty community. No, it's not a Greek one. This is okay. This should work fine. I have not tested that one, but this is the link if you like to check it by yourself. That's the link if you can see that. But I have this one. I am copying this command. Now I'm enabling Telnet again, administrator, sorry, my bad, administrator. Okay, paste the address. You will also, I'm going to put it also in the description below so that you can copy it. Now IP address, this is 192.168.1.100. You hit enter and it is done. I'm not gonna do that. I will delete it, and after you are done, when you hit enter with the IP address, then type save all, hit enter, and after it is done, then you can type exit. I'm not going to do that now. Type exit and press enter, and it is going to close the connection. Now next step, I am going to return my cable to the original card that I want to use for the Wake-on-LAN process. Okay, I'm done. Now oh yeah, now a good solution, a good trick that you can do is to set up a dynamic hosting, a dynamic IP, a dynamic DNS for your router. So I guess that you all want to turn on your PC from another place, from another computer away from your home. So what you can do is just to use your IP address and do some stuff over there, and you can wake up your computer. I'm going to show you later on how to do that, but it would be really useful if you have a dynamic DNS for that process. So if you change, if you close your router and open it again, if you turn it off, then the IP will change. Mine is this one right now. If I lose connection to the Ethernet or have a power loss or anything like that, the IP will change. So if you are away from home, you will not know your new IP address. A good solution for that is to set up a dynamic DNS and the Thomson has this option like many other routers. So you can do it by going here to the Dynamic DNS toolbox, Dynamic DNS, and then click configure. Okay, and now a good solution is no-ip.com. This is free, a free DNS, a free dynamic DNS. Once you go there and you have successfully created an account, you can go to the manage manage hosts and add a host. Let's do testing one. You can do whatever you like. It can be your nickname or anything. It's like a web page, www.google.gr or com or anything. So you can have a domain like whatever you like. I'm going to put testing one, and I'm going to choose let's say noip.org. You can choose whatever you like over here because these are free. Okay, these are enhanced domains. Okay, noip.org. You do not need any other settings over here, just create a host. It already exists. Okay, let's do RG. Testing RG. Okay, now we have done that. As you can see, there is my IP here. Now, okay, testing RG noip.org. Let's go back to our router. The host is this one, the testing RG noip.org. Username. This is my username for my noip account. That's it. That's my password. Enabled. Click enabled and service is no IP, apply. And now the router will always inform your domain that you just created. It will inform it for its new IP every single time that it changes. This is done automatically by your router. You do not have to do anything. So you do not need also to know what is your new IPs in case of disconnection from the Ethernet. You only write your domain and it's fine. Now, as you can see here, it says update successful. That means that everything is fine, you have configured it properly, and now you're ready to go on. Okay, now yeah, that's okay. Let's go now to a blog by Ben Finnegan. That guy over here has created his own application for an Android. Most of you will would want to turn on their PC by a mobile phone. You can download this application. His blog is benfinnegan.com. The link is here for this application. I will paste it to your description below. And he also has some tests to be done if you like. Yeah, that's the test one. Wake-on-LAN monitor. That's the test. Let's see that in a minute. Okay, let's download his application. His application for a computer. He has a program for a computer. No, actually, it is not his application. No, I have found it from someplace else. No, that's not it. Anyway, I'm going to put you that on a link on RapidShare or something else. I don't know. I already have downloaded a Wake-on-LAN program. This is, yeah, here. That's the program. You just double click it, you open it. And now it is open. Now you have to know your MAC address for your LAN card. Your MAC address is this one. You must paste this over here. Now this is a domain that you just created. I named it testingarginoip.org. The subnet should be the same as it is, 255.255.0. Port is 7 or 9. I use 9. Topology from Ethernet. Do not broadcast. You don't want that enabled. No, excuse me. You want that enabled, and you do not want resend every 10 seconds. You don't need it. You just send one magic packet, and it is done. Now we're going to download Ben Finnegan's test program, so that we can check that we receive our magic packets. Download it, save it, downloads. Here it is. Wake-on-LAN monitor. Now check this out. If you have properly configured everything, then if you send a magic packet, we are going to see here the packet. Let's try it. Oh, sorry, this one is set on UDP port 7. I am setting it to UDP port 9. Yeah, I should probably click start. Connected, it says connected over here. Now let's try it. Okay, here it is. Now you see your magic packet. That means that you received the magic packet from the IP, this one, on port 58620 at this time, packet length 102, I guess this is bytes. I don't know. Anyway, this means that it works. Let's try it on port 7. On this one too, port 7, start, it says connected. Let's try it again. Yeah, I received it, successfully received it. Now let's try something else. Let's say port 10,000. Connected, send the magic packet. You do not receive that because magic packets are being sent only on ports 7 or 9. You choose whatever you like. Let's try it again once. Send the magic packet. Yeah, and it is done. Yeah, successfully. Okay, you don't need this. I'm going to send you a link. If I don't find the link again, then I'm going to upload it on RapidShare or something like that, and we'll give you a link to download it. Don't worry, it's virus free, or I guess so. Norton didn't come up with anything. You can see I have Norton here. Anyway, I suppose this program is fine. I think it's trustworthy. I'm going to find a link. Now everything is fine, everything works, and you should be able to wake up your computer from the LAN or from the Ethernet. The problem is that the Thomson forgets about the computer once it is turned off. After 10 or 15 minutes, you will probably happen to find a problem on that. If you turn off your computer now, in 15 minutes you will not be able to turn it back on from the Wake-on-LAN. That is what we did before with the static IP with the static routing when we did from the Telnet command. That when we turn it on to static, we told to the router to never forget this MAC address. So even if you if you turn off your computer for a day, then when you use the Wake-on-LAN command, it should turn on again. Now that's it. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. That's it. Thanks.